The people despise us all. And why is this? Because we're not doing our job. A 6-year term is a terrible thing to waste. A 2-year term requires hamster wheel frenzy. Our jobs do not. I think we can do better, and I pledge to work with all of those who want to figure out how.
It sounds like you got you a sort of soulmate on the other side of the aisle.
I think I found an ally. I'm looking. I think I found one.
Yes.
Is what? Not allowed to work across the aisle with Manchin.
That was Democratic Senator Joe Manchin yesterday on Morning Joe reacting to freshman Republican Senator Ben Sasse's powerful first speech on the Senate floor. And Senator Sasse went to fly from Capitol Hill.
Senator, you waited a little while to talk. It was worth the wait, apparently, though.
Are you getting any good or bad feedback?
Oh, good morning. Thanks for having me. Good feedback. I think, my message is the Senate shouldn't die. It's an important place, and we should act like it, and we should be solving big problems, and I think most people ultimately recognize that's true.
We actually said that when Harry Reid was majority leader, and Harry, of course, led one of the most dysfunctional Senates in U.S. history. Can you guys hear us? Can you hear us? Okay, well,
was lost.
Yeah, they're sabotaging. Maybe Harry Reid's there a little bit.
Harry Reid just pulled the plug.
I guess so. All right, I'll tell you what.
Your show, Joe.
That was
I like your show, Joe.
We waited a year, and we got the year,
and we're going to wait another year.
We can't put him back on.
We will have Senator Sasse on in 2016. All right, so let's go back to Senator Sasse, who I think we will wait less than a year to hear from again, because he too spoke from the heart about the state of politics on Capitol Hill. We got your audio back, sir, so sorry about that.
I thought we had something going, and then you hang up on me.
Exactly.
Oh, boy.
We thought we'd wait another year.
I think he's sassy.
So it's had to be very frustrating for you over the past year not speaking on the floor at the dysfunction that you've seen all around. Talk about that and what a frustrating first year it's been for you and how we can fix it.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest, it's been the least productive year of my life so far, but it's an important way to lay the groundwork to interview other members and learn about the place. There was a long Senate tradition, ages until about 40 years ago, that freshmen didn't speak for a year, and I made a commitment to Nebraskans that it was obvious this place was dysfunctional, but knowing that a company's bankrupt is different than knowing exactly why, and so I wanted to learn about the place and get to know my colleagues, so it was important work to be doing this year. I've learned a lot.
Well, I was saying before that Harry Reid was, I thought, one of the least effective majority leaders in the Senate in history. But now we've got a Republican running it. We can't blame Harry Reid anymore. If it's dysfunctional and it's not working, isn't the problem with Mitch McConnell and the Republican majority?
Listen, Joe, you've been around the U.S. Senate. There are 85 to 100 of us who can share in the blame for what's broken in this place. The big question I have, and the only reason to do this job, is because you're worried about the next generation. And if the U.S. Senate isn't the venue that's going to debate the most important generational challenges you face, there's really no reason to do this. I think we need, you had Donald Trump on earlier, I think we need to make the Senate great again. I'm thinking about printing up some hats.
You should. Make those hats. Senator Sasse, it's Willie Geist. There was a great speech and it got good reception. Now the question is, does it change anything? Because you're not the first senator or the first presidential candidate to talk about changing the culture of Washington. I'm thinking about President Obama when he campaigned in 2007 and 8 said we've got to fix what ails Washington. What do you do about it? We've identified the problem that things don't get done, the culture is toxic. How do you change it as one guy?
Well, first of all, I don't think one guy does change it, but I think there are a lot of people around here who'd like to bring into public what we know to be true in private, which is that we bicker with all of this sort of life and death certainty about a lot of really small stuff, and we've got some big problems in this country, and we should be tackling those things. I know you had Governor Dean on before. I don't know if he's still there, but this is a guy that, Governor, hello. This is a guy I've debated a few times in the past. He and I differ on lots and lots of important questions, but I actually like the guy. I think I just begged for a primary challenge in Nebraska at some point down the road, but I actually like the guy because we get to the meat of the issues we want to fight about. You know, sometimes he wears a purple corduroy suit, so that's a little distracting in our debates, but I think if you push
not true.
to the big stuff.
But you know what, Senator, Governor Dean just said the same things about you before you came on the show in the commercial break, didn't you, Governor?
Yeah, this is I wish the place would, you know, Ben and I have disagreements about how things should run, but I believe that we could hammer out a decent health care policy between the two of us because we care about the facts and not the talking points.
This is pure no labels message, Senator.
It is. It's absolutely true.
And it starts with not demonizing the other side and just having conversations. Yeah. It's a low bar, but I'm glad you're doing it. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, Senator Ben Sasse, we'll have you back if you'll come on the show. Maybe we'll see him in Washington.
Yeah, we'd love to have you on the set in Washington.
Dig in on the issues for sure.
Thank you.
All right, up next, unlocking Iran over the next 10 years.
He was really impressive, wasn't he?
Everything that he said made complete sense, and we ought to dig in on the issues and bring in some other members of Congress to talk. Yeah.